From characters disappearing to the last character completely being banned from the show, there are over 9 characters who completely stopped appearing in Adventure Time, and today we're going to look into what happened to every single one of them. Starting with Magic Man, who completely disappeared after the first couple of seasons. This wizard was one of Finn and Jake's most annoying recurring villains. He first appeared in the episode Freak City from Season 1, where he turned Finn into a foot just for fun. Throughout Seasons 2 through 5, he kept showing up to torment our heroes with pranks. He transformed Jake into a demon, stole their stuff, and generally made life miserable with his magic tricks. But everything changed in Season 6 with the episode You Forgot Your Floaties. In this episode, we learn that Magic Man is actually Glob's brother, who went insane after losing his wife, Margles. He appears in later episodes as Normal Man, trying to make amends and living a completely different life. So technically, Magic Man didn't die or disappear. He just became a completely different person who's trying to be good now. But after this episode, he slowly disappeared, never having a single appearance after this episode. But while Magic Man got a whole transformation arc, the same cannot be said about Flame Princess. She first appeared in the episode Incendium from Season 3, where Jake literally went to the Fire Kingdom to find Finn a new girlfriend after Princess Bubblegum rejected him. And it worked. Flame Princess became Finn's girlfriend, and the show dedicated tons of episodes to their relationship. She was ruling the Fire Kingdom, dealing with her anger issues, and fighting against her evil dad, Flame King. The show built up her character, gave her real development, made her a complex ruler learning to control her powers. Then, after she and Finn broke up in Frost and Fire, she appeared less and less. Sure, she showed up in a few episodes here and there, especially during the Elements miniseries where she turned into that fire elemental version of herself. But her role shrunk dramatically. By the final seasons, she was basically just another background princess showing up in crowd shots. Finn moved on to Huntress Wizard, and the writers seemed more interested in exploring the lore of Ooh and Simon's backstory. She's still out there, ruling her kingdom and probably still dealing with her fire powers. But her days as a main character are long gone. Sometimes characters just become less relevant to the story, and that's exactly what happened here. Though it doesn't help that her character arc kind of ended when she finally took the throne from her dad. As expected as Flame Princess's disappearance was, there is one character who was completely forgotten by the creators, Lemongrab, one of the most unsettling characters the show ever created. This guy went from a one-off weird creation of Princess Bubblegum to having his own castle and kingdom. He first appeared in Too Young from Season 3, where we learn he's PB's first experiment at creating life. And oh boy, did that experiment go wrong. He's socially awkward, screams constantly, and doesn't understand how normal people work. After Princess Bubblegum created a second Lemongrab to keep him company, things got dark. Really dark. In Too Old, we discover that Lemongrab ate his clone brother and became a bloated tyrant ruling over his lemon people with an iron fist. The show dedicated multiple episodes to his increasingly disturbing story. Then came Lemon Hope Parts 1 and 2, where the young Lemon finally escaped his oppressive rule and returned to save everyone. After this episode, Lemongrab just disappeared from the show. He got his happy ending with his people living peacefully in their castle, and the show never felt the need to check back in. Given how dark and uncomfortable his storyline got, maybe it's for the best. But while Lemongrab was forgotten but still loved by fans, the same cannot be said for Ricardio, who was probably in one of the creepiest episodes. Ricardio was the Ice King's heart that came alive and tried to marry Princess Bubblegum, who was legitimately one of the creepiest villains in the show. He first appeared in Ricardio the Heart Guy from Season 1, being all smooth and charming while secretly being super sinister. He almost fooled everyone into thinking he was a good guy. Then he came back in Season 4's Lady and Peebles, where he straight up tried to remove Princess Bubblegum's heart and organs to put in his own body so he could become complete. That episode ended with Princess Bubblegum and Lady Rainicorn absolutely destroying him. Like they beat him into the ground, crushed him, and left him as a mangled mess of heart tissue. After that brutal beating, we never saw Ricardio again. Is he dead? Most likely. Did the show ever confirm it? Nope. But honestly, after getting crushed and mangled like that, it's safe to assume Ricardio is no longer a threat to anyone. Rest in pieces, you weird sentient heart. though knowing Adventure Time, he could probably regenerate if the writers wanted him to. But while everyone wants Ricardio to be forgotten, there is one character who was loved but completely forgotten. Billy was Finn's childhood hero, the greatest warrior in all of OOO. He first appeared in His Hero from Season 1, where Finn looked up to him as the ultimate adventurer. Billy inspired Finn throughout the early seasons with his tales of defeating evil and saving the day. But everything went downhill in Season 4's The Lich. In this episode, Billy appears to Finn and Jake asking them to help him with a mission. But plot twist, it's actually the Lich disguised as Billy. The Lich killed Billy, wore his skin like a costume, and manipulated Finn into helping him escape the Crystal Citadel. We briefly see Billy's corpse when the disguise falls away, and it's genuinely disturbing. After this, Billy's ghost appeared in Escape from the Citadel, warning Finn about the dangers there. And then that was it. The show's greatest hero, the person who inspired Finn to become an adventurer, was reduced to a ghost cameo and then completely forgotten as the story moved toward its finale. No proper funeral, no grand memorial episode, no emotional goodbye, just gone. By the later seasons, the show was too busy dealing with elementals, alternate dimensions, and the whole apocalypse backstory to remember Billy. It's almost poetic in how sad it is. Even the greatest heroes get forgotten when bigger threats emerge. Everyone comment, "Rest in peace for Billy, the realest hero in OO." But while Billy deserved better, whatever happened to Ash? This guy was Marceline's terrible ex-boyfriend who sold her precious teddy bear Hombo for a new wand. He appeared in Memory of a Memory from Season 3, where we learn he's a wizard who treated Marceline horribly during their relationship. He literally went into her memory and tried to erase Finn from it just to mess with her. Finn and Jake defeat him, and Marceline breaks up with him for good. After this episode, Ash disappeared forever from the show. Given how awful he was to Marceline and how much the fandom hated him, good riddance. He's probably still out there somewhere practicing dark magic and being an insufferable ex, but nobody cares enough to check in on him. Sometimes characters disappear because the audience is happy to see them go. And honestly, Ash is one of those characters. The show had no reason to bring him back when Marceline's character development moved way past him. But next, whatever happened to Lumpy Space Princess's parents? They appeared in early episodes like Trouble in Lumpy Space from Season 1 when LSP ran away from home and Finn and Jake had to deal with her drama. Her parents showed up trying to bring their dramatic daughter back home, being typical helicopter parents who loved her but didn't understand her. They had full personalities, voice acting, and dedicated screen time. They appeared again in a few other episodes dealing with LSP's storylines. Then as the show focused more on LSP's independent character and her living in the woods homeless, her parents just stopped existing in the narrative. The show never explained where they went or why LSP stopped talking to them. Are they still in Lumpy Space ruling their kingdom? Probably. Did the show care anymore? Not really. They served their purpose in establishing LSP's background, showing she came from royalty but rejected that life, and then quietly exited stage left. It's actually kind of sad when you think about it. LSP is homeless, living in the woods, and her parents who used to care about her just never appear again to check on her. But while people wanted to see more of the space parents, fans were happy when this next character disappeared, Zergiok, the Goblin King who appeared in The Silent King from Season 3. In this episode, Finn and Jake discover he's forcing his subjects to be silent and ruling them as a tyrant. They dethrone him, Zergiok gets humiliated and loses everything, and the show just moves on. He never came back after this. There's no deep mystery here. He was a one-episode antagonist who got defeated and forgotten. Though knowing Adventure Time's complex world, he's probably still out there in some goblin village plotting revenge that'll never come. Or maybe he learned his lesson and became a better person? Last but not least, while some characters just faded away, some characters got banned from appearing in 5 different countries. Okay, so this isn't technically a character that disappeared, but it's worth mentioning because it literally got censored and banned in some countries. In the episode What Was Missing from Season 3, the character Mr. Cream Puff sings a song, and Marceline performs I'm Just Your Problem, which heavily implies she had feelings for Princess Bubblegum. This led to huge controversy, and while the character wasn't removed, the episode got pulled from some networks and heavily censored in certain countries. So yeah, censorship made parts of Adventure Time vanish for some fans, which is honestly pretty sad considering how important that representation was.